So welcome back to another shop tour. We've been busy around here. We have got the sides now mostly done on the 1937 Deluxe Runabout. It's coming along pretty good. We do book match, so what it looks like on this side, it's exact same on the other side. Just have two planks to do and we're done with this one. Bottom's all done, 5200. These are glued on with 5200. So this plank right here, we don't glue on. We wait till we flip the boat right side up, because if you have to replace any of the frames, they are screwed to your side frames. The deck frames are screwed to the side frames. So we leave this one not glued on for that reason. That way we can get to everything we need to get to. And hopefully we will put bungs in this thing, fair it out as most that we can, and flip it right side up here in the next couple weeks. So we have the 1958 17-foot Sportsman. The bottom is built. Next week we are going to 5200 the bottom down. We make all the planks, and this one we made the side planks. These are glued on, so now we just have to glue the bottom planks on. And then we made the transom plank and glued that on as well. So all these are glued and screwed, 5200, new bronze fasteners. So this bottom will last a long, long time. So here's something for you. Leave in the comments below how many screws you think are in the bottom of a 17-foot boat like this. Leave in the comments, and next week I'll answer it and let you guys know. There's a lot of them. So we have the 1950 25-foot Sportsman. We are just about ready to stain. We have just been going over to make sure everything is just right. I mean, this is the time to do it, and I have talked about it before when you stain a boat, to make sure that everything is just right before you ever open that can of stain. And that's kind of where we are now. We're making the locker doors here and just filling some seams, and just going over the boat completely to make sure everything is as good as we can do before we put stain on the boat. We'd like to have stain on this boat in the next couple weeks. We have other jobs, as you can see in here, so we've been picking away at this, but it'd be really nice to get some color on it and get some sealer on it just to protect it, you know. And hopefully we'll do that in the next couple weeks, and we'll share that with you. But it's coming along really nice. I mean, every stick of wood in this, if you guys have been watching the channel, is new. It's all new wood. And so it's been a lot of work, but boy, when we get done, will be a nice boat, and hopefully, I don't know, last 70 years, 100 years. We hope it'll last a long time. All right, so we have the 1930 20-foot. It's all stained. We did, like I talked about on the 25 Sportsman, to make sure every corner is right, every little piece is just right before we ever stain it. And now we don't want to touch it, because the oils and stuff from your hand, if you were to touch the boat and then varnish over it, there's a possibility that you'd leave a ring of your fingers on here. So if you're ever at this stage, don't touch the boat after you stain it. Just let it set for 2 or 3 days and get some sealer on it. It's the best thing to do. So we've been building the interior too for this a little bit. And so what we'll do is we'll put 2 coats of sealer on here and do our same process. We've talked about how we varnish and seal boats. but we will build the interior and do all the rest of it as we're putting coats on the boat. And so we found that that's the most efficient way to do it. Some people do the whole boat inside out and then they final sand, but we like to break it up a little bit, and it allows us to do some stuff on the inside while we do some stuff on the outside too. So we will start our varnishing process next week. So the Riviera, we have the bottom done, and I think in the last shop tour video we had this done. What we were waiting for is wood to do the sides. We have that now. We received over 1,000 board foot of Philippine mahogany, red Marante. That is correct for Chris Crafts. And now we need to just get the resawing done next week, and we can start on the sides of this. We didn't want to do sides on this boat and sides on the 1937 at one time, just because some of the tools we use, we don't have multiples of the router and stuff. So next week we will start on this once we finish up the couple planks on that, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks sides will be on this boat. It takes us about a week with 2 guys to put sides on the boat, so it doesn't take very long for us. We're pretty used to doing it. It goes pretty quickly. This boat, though, will take a little bit longer than the other one, just because these bow planks up in the front, they've got one heck of a curve to it and bend to it. So what we're going to do is we are going to steam those planks and then put them on after we steam them. And maybe we'll share that with you, sharing you the steaming process and putting them on. You guys can see that. So the 1947 Ventnor, this is ready to paint. And next week, I'm gonna do that. It's all prepped. This is like 5 coats of sealer, the Pettit undercoat, what you put on before you put the easy epoxy white on there. And so next week, we'll get some color on this. It's super smooth, really nice. Hopefully the finish will come out super nice. We don't have the ability to spray in here. So we'll just roll and tip, and that paint really works very well. So we will hope for the best and get that done next week. The U22, we are on our final coats for the U22. We have 1 more coat to go. That'll happen here in the next couple days. And then we can start the process of wet sanding and buffing the deck, and then painting our lines, and then we can get some hardware back on this boat, and then get some interior pieces in as well. So we got the dash to do, we've got some holes to drill in the dash for the gauges, and then we can put the interior in, and the engine's being rebuilt. So we hope to have that in the next couple months, put the project all back together, and get it to the customer in spring. So we have 4 engines that need to go to the engine rebuilder and get rebuilt. Those hopefully will go down the next couple weeks. We've got 3 other engines that are being rebuilt now, and I didn't want to just deliver all these and overwhelm the engine rebuilder. So they'll stay here until they're ready to start on them. We have 3 K series and 1 M series to be rebuilt. So we'll put, hopefully, these back into the boats in the spring too, or probably midsummer maybe, whenever the engine rebuilder gets done with them. So hopefully you enjoyed the shop tour. We put one of these on about every month just to show what's happening here, the progress that we're making in the shop. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Thank you all to my Patreon customers. They're the ones that support this channel financially and make it all happen. So thank you to them, and we will see you back here next time.